I'm going to give a quick idea as to my approach to try to do this retaining wall. I've watched a lot of retaining wall videos, and none of them have really adequately described to me how to do one when it's involved with slopes and stepping. Normally the retaining wall blocks, you want them half the height into the soil for the first row. So the first row, mine, as you can see, my retaining wall blocks here are 12 inches wide, 7 inches deep, 4 inches high, which means when they're sitting where they need to be sitting for the bottom row, at the lowest point they should be 2 inches above the ground. Now, as you can see, I've got slopes in multiple directions here. I've got it sloping off to the right and then sloping off down to here, and from up this location down to here. So what I did was I went up and put a pole about where that pile of gravel is with a laser level at night, because I forget to try to do it in the daytime, but I did it at night. Found out where my level is, what is actually level from the front corner up there all the way down to here. And then based on the distances that I measured my slope. So I believe my distance was 15 foot or so. And so I went 15 foot, quarter-inch slope, did the math, marked off my stakes at the end down from wherever level hit. And I marked with a white pen marker, or white pen stick, whatever you call it. So right here on this end, which is going to be the lowest part of this, that top white mark represents where level is. The bottom mark represents my drop at 1/4 of an inch per foot. 1/4 of an inch from this way down and this way going this way. So I'm going down and this way to try to give a nice even slope coming down to this point here, the lowest point. So that's going to be where I've got to build up to. Now the way I'm going to do that, actually it's actually the upper mark is the one I got to build up to. Anyway, so the way I'm going to do this is I'm trying to start, now I have to start on a curve because the edges are going to be curved. I just roughly laid out, just to get an idea of how much curvature I need, 5 stones. There's 4 blocks here and one of them sitting up there. So it's going to take me 2 straight stones and 3 in a corner to make a full 90-degree corner. So I decided that where this stone here hits, that's going to be my starting point, because that's the lowest point and it's lowest in the curve. That's where I'm going to start. So right here, I've taken a string line. I've run a mason string line level from here up to stakes up there. Hopefully you can see that string line. It's right there, going up there. Now what that string line is doing, I started here. I marked at this point where this block's going, I marked 2 inches off the ground. And then I strung the line and used the line level to level it off. It's one of those little levels, a masonry level, sits on the string. It's around here somewhere. Here it is. A little masonry level that sits on the string. Now, once I leveled up that string, then that's going to be my guide for starting my blocks. So what I'm having to do first is make a base layer, and I've already got 6-7 inches of gravel under here. So I'm starting up and roughly leveling my base layer. I took a tamper right here, took my tamper, got it kind of where I wanted it, tamped it down using a 6-foot level and have it roughly level. And I've got it 3 inches below my string line, because I'm going to use about a 1-inch screed layer. So that would give me 1 inch of screed, which would bring me up to 2 inches, which would be half a block. So the first block here should be 1/2 inch above the ground. Then from there, it's just a matter of going level back until that first block goes under the ground. Once I get to where I've got a block completely under the ground, then I'm going to step up to my next level for the retaining wall, and I'll show you that when I get to it. So right now, I've pretty much got my base where I want it. I've tamped it down. I'm at 3 inches below my level where my first block starts, and then I'm going to dump some fine gravel, which is 3/8 inch. I'm using some bag gravel for now. 3/8 inch clean wash gravel, and use that as my screed layer.